25 questions. Cade goes to college. Go.
Have you ever met a famous person?
Honestly, I don't think I've met any famous people.
How unfortunate. What is your motto in life?
My motto is, if Zach ain't happy, nobody happy.
Would you like to be famous? And if so, what would you like to be famous for?
I would like to be famous, and I would probably be famous for world's most attractive male, probably.
And what would you actually be famous for?
My attractiveness would make me known around the world.
Time magazine is not going to put out an article that says, world's most attractive male? That's Zach.
Yes, they will.
It's not going to happen.
You know the new person of the year? They're going to have a picture of me with a thumbs up.
Name 3 things you never ever want to do.
Alright, 1, childbirth. Good thing that's not physically possible. 2, go to war. 3, be buried alive.
If you had superpowers, what would they be and why?
I'd want to be a jumper. Like, that one movie that was okay.
Oh, called Jumper.
Yep.
If you were in a movie and you were that guy with the catchphrase, what would your catchphrase be?
Just be like, let's do this.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like, you in a movie and you're just, like, over-dramatic with everything, and someone's like, hey, Zach, you want pizza? And you're just like, let's do this.
Yeah, to the point where it's annoying.
You discover a beautiful island upon which you may build your own society. You make the rules. What is the first rule you put into place?
Casual Friday is every day. I wear no suit in my own society.
Not on an island. There's no way.
Yeah.
If your house caught fire and you managed to save one item from your room, what would you hope to save from the Inferno?
I always feel really bad when answering this question, because people are usually like, oh, take my family photos and stuff like that. Honestly, I'd grab my computer.
Instinct, I think most people would go for, like, most literally valuable thing.
Yeah, it is the most valuable thing in my room.
But yeah, now that you say that, it's kind of sad. Top 3 favorite songs, and don't just go by play count on iTunes. 1,
London Calling by The Clash. 2, Karma Police by Radiohead. And 3, The Mixtape by Jack's Mannequin.
If you had to watch a cartoon for 24 hours straight, which one would it be and why? Not just one specific episode, I mean the series.
SpongeBob.
Do you prefer thin crust or thick crust pizza?
Thick. Every time. If it's thin crust, I won't eat it.
That's what she said. If you could live in a different time period, would you, and which would it be?
Honestly, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, a lot of people say, like, oh yeah, the 70s, man, they're the best.
I'm like, no, I think modern times are the best.
Yeah, I mean, internet.
Yeah.
Computers. iPads. Alright, so do you prefer clicky pens or pens with caps?
Clicky. Man, that cap just gets in the way. It's a hassle.
Would you rather watch Teenage Mutant Rangers or Power Ninja Turtles?
Power Ninja Turtles.
What was the first Game Boy game you ever played?
Super Mario Land 2.
Favorite rapper? That's an easy one.
Kanye West. He's good.
You disgust me.
He's good.
You disgust me. If you found an unopened can of your favorite soda on the ground in perfect condition, would you drink it if you were thirsty?
I'd drink it if I wasn't thirsty.
You just got out of class or something, and you just see a can of unopened soda, and, like, the hall is empty, and there's nobody there, you know, and just bam, a can of soda. You would just pick it up and drink.
Yeah, I'd be like, jackpot, pop it open and drink it.
A homeless man sits on the streets begging for money with a sign that says, insults for 25 cents. Do you give him a quarter to hear what he has to say to you?
Nope.
What do you think would happen if they never found Nemo?
I would love that, just because it's so anticlimactic. Marlin goes all the way to P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, and he's like, well, don't see him. Time to go home.
If you could have a disco ball in your room, would you?
15-year-old Zach would say yes. 19-year-old Zach says no.
A man hands you $500 and says you have 20 minutes to spend it, or he takes it back from you. What do you spend it on?
I could spend $500 on government bonds.
Alright, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, but not in the conventional sense.
If you had to play a sport on a professional level, what sport would it be?
Tennis.
What is one of the stupidest things you've ever heard your brothers say?
I don't remember the context exactly, but Coulson once said, I don't want to drown inside myself.
On a scale of a lot better to way better, how much better is blue than red?
Blue is an inferior version.
Your scale is from a lot better to way better. So you really gotta pick somewhere in between.
Jeez, you can't Frost Nixon me like this.
Blue is just way better than red, you know?
I think this interview is over. This is the point where I flip over the coffee table and go, no more questions, and then storm out.
Okay, now I have a question for you. Yes, you, the viewer of this video. My question for you is one I've already asked Zach, and it is, what are your top 3 favorite songs? You know his name by now is thatzak.
Yeah, what he said.
Thatzak.